Hey everyone, this is Emily Graziano and I am back today with Kiss Video Diary number 15, and for this entry I thought it would be fun for me to talk about 5 Kiss songs that I didn't care for when I was little, but now as an adult I do care for. And this is partially inspired by some of the recollections that all of you have shared in the comments of Brandt's panel videos, and also just on Instagram and on YouTube and on Twitter and all that. But also it got me thinking about my own experience with Kiss music and how my opinion has been able to change on some songs, and on others it's remained the same. And it really got me thinking about a statement that the late great Robert Osborne, host of Turner Classic Movies, once said about film. And I think it also applies to music as well, because as we know, music, like film, is an art form. And he said, if your opinion ever alters on a film, or in this case music, it's because you have changed. The film, in this case music, will always remain the same. It won't ever change, but you do. And I just find that a very, very fascinating thing, that we alter our opinions of certain things. Like, there are things maybe that as a child we hated that as adults we like, and that and vice versa. If you loved it as a child, maybe you don't like it so much as an adult. So here are 5 songs that as a child I didn't care for. I didn't want to hear them. I thought they were bad. Songs from the Kiss catalog, but as an adult, now I will listen to them and I appreciate them. So, number 1 on this list from Dynasty, from Dynasty, is the song Charisma. As a child, I hated the song Charisma. I didn't like the melody, I didn't like the rhythm, I didn't care for Gene's vocal delivery. I thought it was kind of pointless. I'm like, this is so stupid. I didn't really care for it. And I remember, like, it was still on my iPod though as a child, and well, as a teen, but I'm like, what is the point of this song? This is so dumb. Like, it's just Gene asking questions about his own ego. But, you know, now as an adult I realize this is Gene Simmons. Only Gene could basically sing a song like that and have it work. I think it's a great expression of Gene's personality now, and now I do like it. That's all there is to say about it. So, number 1, Charisma. Number 2, from the Love Gun album, here we are. Number 2 on this list is Tomorrow and Tonight. When I was little, I thought Tomorrow and Tonight was kind of a slow song, like it wasn't rapid fast. I thought it was just kind of silly. I don't think I liked the backup singers. And, you know, I know it was supposed to be a song along the lines of Shout It Out Loud or Rock and Roll Night, but, and I still think this, it doesn't, there's a reason why it never got to that level of Shout It Out Loud and Rock and Roll Night. Today, you know, it's a really good song. Only Paul could say something like that, like Tomorrow and Tonight, or rock all day and roll all night, tomorrow and tonight. Only he could play a song like that. And the backup singers, like most of the other Kiss songs, I guess it's just a product of his time. Today, I will say Tomorrow and Tonight, I have to be in the mood to listen to it, so if it pops up, I will, like on shuffle or whatever, depending on how I'm feeling, I will either play it or skip it. But I do appreciate it, and I don't think it's a bad song. So that's a lot of progress to me. And number 3 from Unmasked, which I don't have the vinyl. I don't want to, like, show the CD because that would be really, really small. But number 3, Is That You from Unmasked. I did not like Is That You as a child. I didn't know it was Kiss at first. I'm like, wait, who is this? My mom's like, this is Kiss. And I'm like, it doesn't sound like them. And she's like, well, don't you recognize Paul's voice? I'm like, I guess so. But why is it so I guess I asked her why it wasn't fast or why it was too, well, I didn't really know what the term soft meant when applied to music, so I probably asked her why it wasn't as fast or why it wasn't as loud. And she said, well, this album's a little bit different than all their other stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. And I just thought it had a really weird tone to it as a child, but as an adult, now I think it's a great Paul vocal delivery. I think it's really, really interesting, and it still is different to anything they've done up until that point, but it's a good type of different. So that's how my opinion of Is That You has changed. Number 4 on this list from the Hotter Than Hell album is Let Me Go Rock and Roll. I did not like watching Let Me Go Rock and Roll in the concert videos that my mom had. I just thought it was a pretty boring song. I thought it was too repetitive, says the girl who liked to sing along to Rock and Roll All Night. But I just thought it was boring and kind of slow, and I didn't like it that much. I didn't even hear the studio version, so I had nothing to compare it to. So that's probably why I didn't like it, but today, as an adult, I do like it. I think, Tomorrow and Tonight, it was supposed to be another crowd song along the lines of Shout It Out Loud and Rock and Roll All Night, but again, I think there's a reason why it never got to be that. Maybe it just wasn't hooky enough. But today, as an adult, I do like it, and like Tomorrow and Tonight, I will say I have to be in the mood to listen to it. If it comes on shuffle, I'm like, if I'm in the mood, yeah, I'll listen to it. But other times, I'm like, I don't want to listen to this right now. But I do think it is one of those classic Kiss songs. Even though it's not popular, it is not one of their big hits, I think it still is very important because it is on Hotter Than Hell. And, of course, Hotter Than Hell is their sophomore album. So I really do have a lot of appreciation for it. And I do even like it. I do. And number 5, the song off Carnival of Souls from 1997, the song Rain. I remember hearing that maybe once or twice as a kid, and I just remember thinking, this is such a weird song. This is even more weird than Is That You? And I'm like, how could they ever put out a song like this? And I think there's a reason why my mom only played Carnival of Souls maybe once or twice. And then, she put it away in her CD case for many years. And I actually did not hear Rain again until, maybe 3 years ago. And then when I listened to it, I'm like, this isn't that bad. I think the reason why I do remember hearing it as a child is because it is music, and music is a very powerful force. It just will hit you and bring back a memory you never even knew you had. And I think that happened when I heard Carnival of Souls again for the first time as an adult. And I'm like, wow, I remember hearing this once or twice as a little kid. And the whole album itself is not bad on a technical production. I just don't think I've heard it enough to say I love it, but I do think Rain is a standout song. Paul's vocal delivery is absolutely great. I think, it's one of those last times where we hear the great Paul Stanley falsetto on a studio album. And we should be very, very grateful that he still had it in 1997. Well, actually 95 because it was recorded in 95. But Rain is a pretty good song. I think it's one of the more Kiss sounding songs on Carnival of Souls, if that makes sense. It's along with Jungle. I know, but Jungle goes on for so long. It's not a bad song, but it just goes on for so long that it drags. But Rain is a really underrated song in the Kiss catalog. And there you have it. That is 5 songs that I didn't care for as a child that now as an adult I do like. I don't think I will be doing the opposite, like 5 songs that I liked as a child, but now as an adult I don't like, because the truth is, I still like the songs from Kiss that I liked when I was little. Now, as an adult, it hasn't altered the other way, which is, I think, a good thing. So, I thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time. I'm Emily Graziano. Bye-bye.